Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, children of God. Welcome to our exhortation today on the topic, why the New Testament quotes the Septuagint. Did you know that when the apostles quoted the Old Testament, they were often not quoting the original Hebrew? They were quoting a Greek translation. Why? Was the Hebrew text wrong? Did the early church change scripture? Or is something deeper happening? Today we are going to uncover the difference between Torah, Pentateuch, and Septuagint, why the New Testament writers quoted the Septuagint, and what this reveals about God's plan for the nations. Stay with me. This is powerful. 1. What is the Torah? What is the Pentateuch? The word Torah is Hebrew. It means instruction or law. It refers to the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The word Pentateuch is Greek. It means 5 scrolls. Important: Torah and Pentateuch refer to the same 5 books. The difference is simply language, Hebrew versus Greek. 2. What is the Septuagint? Now this is where it gets interesting. The Septuagint is the ancient Greek translation of the Hebrew scriptures. It was translated between the 3rd and 2nd century BC in Alexandria, Egypt. By the time Jesus was born, Greek was the international language. Many Jews outside Israel did not speak Hebrew fluently. Synagogues across the Mediterranean used the Greek scriptures. So when the apostles wrote the New Testament in Greek, they quoted the Greek Old Testament already in use. 3. Why did the apostles quote the Septuagint? Reason 1. Greek was the global language. After the conquests of Alexander the Great, Greek became the common language of trade, education, and government. The gospel was spreading to Antioch, Corinth, Ephesus, Rome. These were Greek-speaking cities. It made sense to quote the scriptures people could understand. Reason 2. It was already widely accepted. The Septuagint had been in use for about 300 years before Christ. It was scripture for many Jews in the diaspora. The apostles were not inventing something new. They were using what people already recognized as authoritative. Reason 3. Some messianic prophecies are clearer in Greek. This is important. Take Isaiah 7:14. In Hebrew, the word can mean young woman, but in the Greek Septuagint, it clearly says virgin. When Matthew quotes this prophecy about the birth of Jesus, he follows the Greek wording. The Greek translation actually strengthens the messianic understanding. 4. Did this mean the Hebrew text was wrong? No. Jesus read from the Hebrew scriptures in synagogue. The apostles knew Hebrew, but when writing to a global audience, they used the language of the nations. Think about this. God gave the law in Hebrew, the covenant language, but when the gospel went global, he had already prepared a Greek translation. That is not an accident. That is divine providence. 5. The bigger spiritual picture. The Old Testament was born in Israel, but the promise to Abraham was always, "Through you, all nations shall be blessed." The Hebrew scriptures were translated into Greek before Christ came. Why? Because the gospel was never meant to stay in one language. Pentecost happened in multiple languages. The scriptures moved from Hebrew to Greek to the nations. God was preparing the world for the Messiah. 6. Final takeaway: Torah, Chikwais, Hebrew name for the first 5 books. Pentateuch, Chikwais, Greek name for the same books. Septuagint, Chikwai, Greek translation of the Hebrew scriptures. The New Testament quotes the Septuagint because Greek was the global language. It was widely accepted. It helped communicate Christ clearly. It shows God's plan for the nations. This was not corruption, it was preparation. If this teaching blessed you, like, share, and subscribe. If you want next week's study, I can teach on the Septuagint versus the Masoretic text differences, or how Daniel's 70 years prophecy connects to the exile, or why Jesus spoke Aramaic but the New Testament is Greek. Let me know in the comments. And remember, God prepares revelation before he sends revival. See you in the next teaching.